Tuesday 11th of May saw just fewer than 200 delegates from the collision repair, legal and insurance industries join together in Oxford for the first I Love Claims annual motor conference. Organised jointly by Crashworth and ABP Club, the day opened with a video recording from Teresa Coping from Aviva, the primary partner of the event, who challenged all involved parties to use the day to discuss working together to improve the customer experience. First to take to the stage in the conference venue itself, though, was Ian Hughes of market research firm Consumer Intelligence. In a fascinating look at the statistics of the car insurance game, he demonstrated the growing trend for the general public to become less loyal to their insurer and use more than one price comparison site before buying their coverage.
Loyalty is worth nothing to me. I get a 10% discount for joining the company. And the year after I join, guess what happens? My premium goes up by 10%. So you know what I have to do to get the cheapest price? Switch.
One highly relevant result of his research was that the major influence in determining if customers will shop around when their policy comes up for renewal is whether they've had a claim during the previous year, placing repairers in a critical position for big organisations looking to retain and increase their customer base. Next up was Barry Mears, Aviva's head of claims relations. Barry spoke to a packed hall about the customer journey and how the claims process has become more complicated over the years.
This is a quote that I came across last week actually, so it's quite new to me, but it supports what we're trying to achieve and supports what Ian says as well. Customers may forget what you've said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel.
In the last presentation of the first session, Miles Keeble of Drive Assist looked into the difference between credit hire and claims farming. Putting the case for a better class of customer service, Miles talked about what the customer should be able to expect during a claim and how the ethical players in the mobility market are an asset to the industry. The speakers took questions from the floor, after which delegates got to catch up over coffee, perform a spot of networking and discuss the talking points from the session. After the break, David Sandhu of AI Claims Solutions continued on the theme of credit hire, looking back at the development of the business model and making some suggestions about its future. In what was widely regarded as one of the most thought-provoking presentations of the day, Steve Field asked the body shop owners and managers in the audience to consider who is the customer.
To me, as a repairer, that's the insurance company. We have some 20 insurance companies in the room with us today, so if you're not an insurance company, please look round, find the insurers, shake their hands. That's where the money comes from, guys. The insurers, in my opinion, as a repairer, and I think for the rest of you, are the customer. We have an industry which everybody talks about the scourge of credit hire and the cost it puts back in. Surely there's an opportunity to find a better mobility solution. When the person phones through and registers the claim at the start, I have a need. I have a need to have my vehicle repaired and I have a need for mobility. I'm more than happy for the insurance company to provide mobility straight away. And the type of car that the person wants. Not a small one, they've got a big one. Not a big one, they've got a small one. What do you need? Have that. Actually, that'll do for me.
Neil Kirk of Howard Basford then presented his view on how to offer customers the right proposition. Over lunch, Mark Bull of the ABP Club managed to catch up with a few delegates and their impressions of the day so far.
We've got Steve Chelton from Swinton. Steve, how's the day going for you so far?
I think the day's been really well organised. We've had a really good quality speakers. It's been very informative, very interesting.
So hi Brendan, here we are at lunchtime. How are you feeling today's conference going for you?
Well, you know, it's a good mix of repairs, suppliers and insurance industry people, and you know, the value of getting everybody in the chain together far outweighs the price of the ticket.
Dave, what do you think to today's event?
I've really enjoyed it so far. I'm looking forward to the next session, but the morning session was really good, really interesting. Ian, who spoke about the statistics of the industry, was very interesting. Another perspective we don't normally see, so I enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
The afternoon session focused more on the personal injury aspects of claims rather than the repair to the vehicle, and was begun by Donna Scully of Carpenters Solicitors and chair of the Motor Accident Solicitor Society. Providing a thorough examination of the recent MOJ reforms, Donna also looked at the strengths and weaknesses of the project and how things were operating in practice after the first week. Jason Powell of Premier Medical spoke about the role of medical reporting organisations in a claim and how the technology they have developed has transformed the process in recent years. Next on the stage was Nick Adiman of Cogent Law, who examined the current injury claims environment and offered some thoughts on the model and how it could be improved. Finally, to close the conference, Chris Ashworth delivered a humorous yet insightful presentation following the tortuous experience of Johnny, our generic car driver, through the claims process and his dealings with all the different companies operating in a complicated market.
Johnny's insured by a supermarket. The policy is provided through a broker, sold by a price comparison site and underwritten by Huge Insurance. He rings the helpline, which is provided by an accident management company. The operator is very helpful. After taking all the details, tell Johnny he'll get a call from a car hire company called Speedy Assist. A repairer whose name she doesn't know, and a solicitor who will sort out the medical claim, all within the hour, sir.
For more information on the event and future conferences, visit www.iloveclaims.com or www.abpclub.com.